New Zealand, land of breathtaking beauty, a place where nature's splendor is on full display with its rolling hills, lush forests and crystal clear waters, land of rugged mountains and serene lakes, a paradise for those seeking solace and adventure alike. But hidden amongst this picturesque landscape lies a dark secret, a house, isolated, foreboding. It stands alone, shrouded in mystery and whispers of the past. This is the story of Paul and his descent into a nightmare. A tale of how tranquility can turn terrifying in the blink of an eye.
I sought peace, a refuge from the chaos of modern life. I found a house nestled in the New Zealand countryside. It seemed perfect, a sanctuary surrounded by nature's embrace, a place to escape the city's clamor, a retreat where I could find myself again. Little did I know, I was stepping into a maelstrom of terror. The skies darkened and an eerie silence fell over the land. The tranquility I craved would soon be shattered. The peaceful facade began to crack, revealing the horrors beneath, replaced by an icy dread that clung to me like a shroud. The once serene landscape now felt like a prison, with every shadow hiding a new fear.
It began subtly, a whisper on the wind, a floorboard creaking under no weight. Paul dismissed it. Old house settling, nothing more. But the incidents persisted. They grew bolder.
Objects moved. Doors slammed shut on their own. The air grew heavy, suffocating. I felt a presence, watching, waiting. Fear gnawed at my resolve. My sanctuary had become a prison. I was trapped with something unseen, something evil.
The phenomena escalated. No longer content with whispers and shadows, the entity made itself known. It was as if the very air around us had become charged with a malevolent energy, a presence that could no longer be ignored. One night Paul awoke to a bone-chilling cold. A weight pressed down on his chest. The room seemed to close in on him, the darkness becoming almost tangible, suffocating. He couldn't breathe. He struggled against the invisible force. Terror choked him. His mind raced, trying to make sense of the overwhelming fear that gripped him.
Then, as quickly as it began, it stopped. The silence that followed was deafening, almost as if the world itself was holding its breath. I gasped for air. My heart pounded in my ears. The relief was short-lived, replaced by a lingering dread that something was still there, watching. I was alone, or was I? The line between reality and nightmare blurred. Every shadow seemed to move, every sound amplified in the stillness of the night. I was living in a waking horror. The fear was no longer just in my mind. It had manifested into something real, something I could no longer escape.
Desperate for answers, Paul delved into the history of the house. He spent countless hours sifting through old records, newspapers, and town archives, hoping to uncover the truth behind the eerie occurrences. Locals spoke in hushed tones, their voices barely above a whisper, as if afraid the house might hear them. They told of a family who once lived there, a family whose lives were tragically cut short. Murdered within those very walls, their lives ended in a brutal and violent manner. Their spirits, they said, never left. They lingered, trapped in a perpetual state of unrest. The house was stained with their pain, their anger. It was as if the very walls absorbed their suffering.
The stories chilled Paul to the bone. He could feel the weight of the house's dark past pressing down on him. He realized he was not dealing with mere hauntings. This was something more, something vengeful. The spirits were not just restless, they were angry, seeking retribution.
The house was a conduit to a dark and terrible past, a past that refused to be forgotten, and he was caught in its grip, unable to escape the malevolent force that held him captive.